All right. Well, good morning, and good morning, Monday morning quarterback.
Good
How you
morning,
doing today, Mike?
Joseph.
How's everything? We're waiting for Juwaan to come on. I sent him the link, so he should hopefully be on. Maybe I'll shoot him a text in a minute. But yes, so let's go. Let's go ahead and do this. Obviously, the Giants had a bye week. Much needed rest. Hopefully, some people are rested up and they're healthy because we got a big game coming up next week against the Bucks. Which Buccaneers losing 2 in a row, right? I mean, we'll probably go into that with some surprises of the week or games of the week or whatever. But you said you had a couple of things, Giants to talk about. So let's start with that.
Okay, so right now they're 3-6, right?
Yes.
We got 8 games left.
Mm-hmm.
If we can pull off a 6-2 run,
Yeah.
we can get into the playoffs.
Right. And that, but the thing is, it's a big if. You know, like I said, the Buccaneers are next in line. If they look, listen, I think. First of all, I think we'll know 2 things. We'll know what's going on with the Bucs because the Bucs are playing. I think they got 5 turnovers in the last 2 games. Tom doesn't look the same. Their defense doesn't look the same. So if the Giants can come out with a win against this Bucs in Tampa Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
That could serve as a catalyst for both teams because then both teams are heading in the opposite directions. But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Giants' schedule get harder as the season went on?
This is what we got right now. These are the last remaining 8 games.
Okay.
Next Monday night, Tampa Bay.
Got it. We got that covered. What's next?
Philly.
Okay, and that's the other thing.
That could be a win.
Well, Philly's such a Jekyll and Hyde team. I mean, in 1 week you got Jalen Hurts looking horrible, and then you got him throwing like doing what he did yesterday in yesterday's win. You know, and now and also too, the Eagles are now 4-6 because they haven't had their bye yet.
Right.
All right. Who do we got after Philly?
All right. So after Philly is Miami.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you laugh at Miami, but again, Miami. I don't know. Dude, let me tell you something about this season in the NFL, man. And I'm not saying that every year is cut and dry, you know, and every week is going to be a definite pick. But I just don't know how to pick these games anymore. I mean, look what Miami did to the Ravens, you know, and I know we'll talk about that in more detail in a little bit. But again, you know, they looked horrible against that game, even though they won. But they looked horrible against the Texans. Both teams looked horrible. That was a combined 9 turnovers in the previous week. So again, yes, okay, Miami could be a W, of course. And look, if the Giants come out with a win in Tampa, these next 2 weeks against Philly and Miami start to look a little bit better. But
right, so right there, so let's just say they beat Tampa Bay, which is a big if.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so that's 4. Philly 5, Miami 6.
Right.
Then we got the Chargers, which can go either way. That could be 7 right there for us.
It could, but it could. The Chargers can go either way because the Chargers have lost what? 4
but
in a
that's
row?
also,
No.
that game is also going to be at SoFi Stadium, though. That's going to be the tough part.
No, I think the Chargers are 1-3 in their last 4 games. If I'm not mistaken, they at the end of week 5 they were on top of the division with 4-1 record. So if that's the case, I think they're 1-3 now.
Okay. So after the Chargers is the Cowboys. That's going to be tough the way that the Cowboys have been playing. That's a loss.
The Cowboys are winning the division. That's a loss.
Then we got the Eagles again.
Okay.
Then we got the Bears.
All right. Okay.
There's a win right there.
Yeah, well.
Now this is the tough one. This could go either way. Week 18, the final game, the Redskins.
Yeah, that could go either way. Because both teams
either way because we don't know what the hell the Redskins are going to look like.
Both teams are 3-6 as of now, and the Washington just came out with a huge win against the Buccaneers, which, like I said, I'm sure we'll talk about. But yeah, yeah, sure.
I'm telling you, we could possibly go 6-2 and get into a wild card.
We also said, what team was it? Not the Bills. Was it the Bills? We're going to go 17-0. What team did we say was going to go 17-0? Besides Arizona, I know at one point Arizona looked like they were probably going to clean up, but
I thought freaking Kansas City was going to go 17-0 this year.
Yeah, I think that's who you said was going to go 17-0 based on their record. I mean, dude, nothing is guaranteed. There's always injuries and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I also said Mac Jones is a future Hall of Famer, and he's proven me fucking right so far this season.
So far, he's starting to warm up, and those Patriots, like I'm sure we'll talk about that in a minute too. But look, when it comes to the Giants specifically, I don't know what we're going to get. And obviously, they're battling injuries on both sides of the ball, but more so on the offense. I don't know what Jones is going to have to throw to. We don't know who's going to be running. Is Saquon now with this bye? Does Saquon have enough time to come back and be healthy for that Tampa game? I'm hoping he will. He should be.
They said Saquon's supposed to be back for the Tampa game.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah. But what about guys like Galladay? What is going on with Galladay? What's going on with the other guys? Are they going to be back in the lineup? Are we going to have a healthy Tony?
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping with the week off, they got enough rest and they healed up a little bit. Remember, if you're not playing and you get an extra,
you get the extra week,
and plus you get an extra day because we got the Monday night game. We're not playing Sunday, we're playing Monday. That's another day to.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they're going to practice and everything.
Look how the bye week served Tampa. Tampa came off a loss. Had another week to think about it, have another week to prepare with the bye. They come and they fucking lose to the Washington football team. So it's just like, now the bye doesn't always help, but when it comes to injuries and allowing players to recuperate and get better. So we'll see what happens. But look, Jones easily needs more targets. He needs guys to, step up. And talking about stepping up, talking about actually having a couple of good games, I will give credit where credit is due. But who woke up?
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram. Good for him.
I think I think that trade talk rumor stuff bothered him a little bit. So I don't think he wanted to go anywhere. I think he wanted to stay a Giant. He basically said, I need to fucking wake up here.
Look, I have nothing against the guy. The only thing I have against him is everybody talking about how he's a top tight end in the league. I want to see the numbers. I want to see proof that he is. If he steps up, who's going to be more happy than you and I? Or Giants fans in general.
In general, right?
Yeah, we're going to be happy. Now, I don't want to see the guy fail. I want to see him and the rest of the Giants succeed, whether it's Kyle Rudolph, him, and any of the other Giants offensive players. Of course, defense too. Defense as well. Again, and we talked about this in the last show, even against, bless you.
Even against the Chiefs.
Even against the Chiefs, even in that Chiefs loss, the defense did step up. So who knows? They might be going in the right direction.
Right. I mean, and the whole thing is, and we said it, and you just said it about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones falls into that same category of Jekyll and Hyde quarterbacks. You don't know what
I don't know. And the only reason why I say this,
because you don't know what's going to happen one week to another. You don't know if you're going to get the Daniel Jones that can throw for 300 and throw 3 touchdowns, or we're going to get the Daniel Jones that gets strip sacked 3 times in a game.
So when it comes to Jones, you don't know. I'll modify your statement a little bit better, because I think you don't know what you're going to get as far as, like you said, the strip sack, not being able to hold on to the ball, or throwing bad passes when it comes to Jones. However, if you go back to their previous losses, specifically, I think Washington as well. I think Washington game was one specifically where he had a great game. They just couldn't pull out the win. So I think in Jalen's case, especially with their losses and with the Eagles, I think when he underperforms, which he has been doing, they lose. There's no game where we say, well, Jalen actually had a really good game. I really haven't followed every single game week for week, so I really don't know as far as the Eagles specifically go. But I feel like Jalen is just like, we don't know what you're going to get. We're going to get the interceptions or we're going to get the touchdowns. But I guess in that regard, yes, you're right. We don't know what we're going to get with Daniel Jones. But for the most part, he's held on to the ball this season. He's made a couple of questionable throws, especially right after that fucking pick that we got against the Chiefs. He's like, oh, you know what, guys? No. Yeah, you're going to have the ball back. I want to spot you 7 points. But yeah, you just can't do that when you're playing the Chiefs. You get the ball, you gotta fucking what's the word? Take advantage of the mistakes. Capitalize. That's the word I was thinking. If you don't capitalize on turnovers, then you're not going to beat teams like the Chiefs when you allow them to hang on too long. All right, we're still waiting for Juwaan, but I'm gonna go ahead. Let's get into games of the week. What would you say is your game of the week? I'm gonna shoot him a text while you do that.
I'm going to say Minnesota and the Chargers. Minnesota really played a good game this week.
They did. They did, and they beat a really good Chargers team. But again, as I said, the Chargers for some reason have been struggling. You know, they don't like Herbert's been a little shaky. Herbert didn't have too bad of a game. Let me pull that up really quick. But yeah, I can see that. Very close game. But like I said, too, when we were talking about the Vikings, even in their losses, they usually in overtime, they lose these heartbreakers. They lose these, last minute field goal games and stuff like that. The Vikings have been competitive, even though they're only 4-5. You know,
I mean, well, hey, they pushed Arizona to the limit, and I think what was it, week two or week 3?
Yeah. Dalvin Cook had just under 100 yards and a touchdown. Cousins threw for nearly 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So they did what they needed to do. Jefferson had a big game. He didn't have a touchdown, but he still had nearly 150 yards receiving. And then you go to the other side of the ball, and then Herbert, nearly 200 yards, but he had the touchdown and the interception.
It was actually week 2. The Cardinals won that game by 1 point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they really play tough, but for some reason,
they can't
either it's Kirk Cousins or it ends up being the defense just collapses in like the fourth quarter or something. But they've been playing really tough football. They should have a better record than what they have right now. 4-5 for them. It should be more like, like maybe 6-4 or even 7-3 with a couple of the losses they had this year.
Yeah. Well, listen to this really quick. Right now, I would have to do the math because they don't have the totals for some reason on the bottom, which is annoying. So you got 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 18. So if my quick math is correct, Cousins has 18 touchdowns and 2 interceptions this year. So that doesn't really reflect. Now, I don't see fumbles here. Fumble lost, 1. He's got 1 fumble lost. So none of these losses really reflect, and most of his QBR ratings, dude, are over 100 plus.
So it's got to be the defense. Then the defense is the problem.
So the loss against the Browns, 14-7 in week 4, right? He had an off game, and then by an off game, he had the 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His QBR was 66, right? That was the lowest all season. His second lowest QBR rating was 88.3, and that was in the loss to the Cowboys only by 4 points, 20-16 in week 8. Okay, 1 touchdown, no turnovers, but they were able to keep them out of the end zone. I guess he went, he only threw for 1.
What was his numbers in week 2 up against the Cardinals? Can
week
you see
2, his QBR was 122.4, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 244 yards.
And you lose that game.
34-33. So again,
Minnesota needs to fix up their defense.
All their losses. So you got the losses against the Ravens. They lost by 3. Okay. They lost week 1 against the Bengals by 3. They lost week 2, like you said, by 1. They lost to the Browns by a touchdown, but that was a very low scoring game, 14-7. And then the Cowboys by 4. So, like I said, their losses, with the exception of 1 game, have been
2 of those 3 games they could have actually won and have a much better record and be giving Green Bay more of a threat in the North.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I still think Green Bay, hands down, is the better team in that division. I don't care even if the Vikings were 8-2. Or no, they played 9 games. So let's say they were 7-2. We'll just say 7-2. I don't think they go 8-1. But let's say the Vikings were 7-2, right? I still think the Pack a better team. They're a better team because they got Rodgers.
They definitely are. It's because they have Aaron Rodgers. That's why.
But also too, the Packers defense has been playing better ball. I mean, that showed against the Arizona Cardinals. Granted, whatever, but and they play without Rodgers too, and that was the big key. Is why I'm saying,
Well, that was last week.
Yeah. So my game of the week, believe it or not, it's not a close game, but I just want to mention it because we're not going to talk about it otherwise. Is the Bills beating the shit out of the Jets? And the reason why I say this is game of the week is because I hope this now silences the Mike
Jet
White
fans, or even me too, because I even told you, I texted you and said, change my pick from the Bills to the Jets.
You did.
Mike fucking White is starting.
So when we did our picks last week, you and Juwaan, but Juwaan with an asterisk as well. He said Jets if White starts. And then you went Bills, but then you called me up and said, hey, cancel that. I heard White's going to start. Put me down for Jets, which I did. I still went Bills. I said no. And look, nothing against Mike White. I was half on the train. You know, I saw the energy that he gave to the other players, not just him. So I thought, well, you know, maybe this is something because we all know Zach Wilson's not ready. I still think Zach Wilson's not ready. But I mean, what I felt was, especially as a total Jet hater, because I can't stand them. But either way, I've always give credit where credit is due. That's why I said good for the White, good for the Jets when they had that huge game against the Bengals. But, dude, pump the fucking brakes, especially when
even Juwaan said last week that, when they played the Colts and he got taken out of the game, he said he was going to do 500 yards.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he would have if he would have played the whole game. You don't know, but pump the brakes. And the other thing too, when you had brought it up before we went on live, how Mike White basically said that he could have been a first round overall pick, a number one overall pick in the first round. I'm like, what? I'm like, slow your roll.
Yeah, that's getting a little full of yourself.
That's my point. So I'm like, pump the brakes, and then the Bills finally, because they've looked horrible.
And then Josh Allen just said, you know what, motherfuckers? This is who the fuck I am.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if it's Josh Allen and the Bills waking up, which I'm assuming it is, or they just played the Jets. Because, you know, and my brother, the funny thing is Mike wanted to go to this game and now I feel bad, but you know, I had other plans and he asked me last minute, but I would have loved to have gone. You know, obviously I would have been dressing up in my Buffalo Bills hoodie. I would have been cheering Bills. But this was a game that the Bills needed to win. Much more than the Jets needed to win. I don't see the Jets going anywhere. Let's be honest. Even if the Jets are 3-6 at this point and the Bills are 6-4. No, I'm sorry, 5-4. The Jets needed the Bills needed this win way more than the Jets. Jets aren't going anywhere. So that's my game of the week. I'm glad the Bills finally are course correcting. I'm hoping they're gonna continue this. They got the Colts next week. You know, and you don't know what you're gonna get in Carson Wentz and company. So I think this is a game that, like I said, they needed to win. All right.
Is he coming on? What is he doing?
I don't know. I texted him. I have no idea. He said he was coming on. He was emphatic about it. Surprise of the week.
I told you earlier. Cleveland losing. I mean, look, I picked the Patriots to win this game.
You did.
But I didn't think that they were going to win by how many points?
Unbelievable. And Mac Jones, 3 touchdowns.
That fucking game?
3 touchdowns for Mac Jones. But that defense for the Patriots, bro. Like this is I think 4 in a row now for the Pats, right?
I'm trying to see what the final was.
It's 45-7. They won 45-7. There were a lot of blowouts.
I would have never thought that they would have lost by 38 points.
No.
I was more leaning with what Juwaan was saying, at least maybe 10-14, winning by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I mean, considering
by 2 scores.
Considering I picked the Browns to win, yeah, I feel like an asshole.
I mean, we talked about this before we came on. I said this was the worst possible week for like Kansas City did something that they took advantage of a good situation with the Chargers and beating the Raiders last night.
Yeah.
Now on first place with a 6-4 record, and now looks like I don't know what the hell happened over there. If Andy Reid shook the cages or Patrick finally woke up, his mother smacked him in the face, or Jake from State Farm gave him the Patrick Price again.
They also play the Raiders, and I do want to say that Mahomes definitely looked better. But there was
Patrick
one
looked like
touchdown.
Patrick last night.
Well, there was one touchdown that he threw. I think his second to last touchdown that he threw in the game. Dude, he just literally threw the ball up in the air. That should have been intercepted by the Raiders. I don't know how the Chief. I can't remember who. That's an irresponsible throw. So he's got to tighten up his throws a little bit more still. But yeah, he definitely looked like Patrick Mahomes. Finally. So really quick, the Jet.
But what I was saying was, and then what we were talking about earlier with the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns and the Steelers had a chance to tie fucking Baltimore.
Dude.
And they both fucking one loses and the other one ties to the fucking Lions.
Unbelievable. I told you I was watching that game live because I was out last night. And that was one of the games that was televised. Oh my God, man. No team wanted to win that game. It was horrible, the Lions and Steelers. Granted, like I said, it was a really bad, it was bad weather. It was really sloppy. It was a sloppy field and whatever. The Lions had the chance to kick the game-winning field goal in overtime. They missed. Every time the Steelers were driving, they would fucking fumble the ball. Lions would do the same. It was just ridiculous. Nobody wanted to win that game.
I actually bet the game on the parlay yesterday. I took the Lions with the 5.5 because I figured the Steelers would win by like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I didn't figure a tie.
Yeah. So I was correct. The Patriots have won their last 4. Obviously beating the Browns 45-7. They beat the Panthers 24-6, but whatever. They did beat the Chargers in week 8, 27-24, and they beat the Jets 54-13 in week 7. Their losses before that, believe it or not, though. Let's break it down really quick, dude. They lost by 6 points to the Cowboys, 35-29, and they lost by 2 to the Buccaneers, 19-17. The only loss that they had that was emphatic was to the New Orleans Saints. They lost 28-13 back in week 3. Other than that, dude, their losses have been very close. Their first loss was the week 1 against the Dolphins. They lost by 1, 17-16. So this team looks like they're reemerging and starting to establish themselves. And your guy, Mac Jones, is a big part of that.
And percentage-wise, they're in a tie for first place, but that's because the Bills didn't get the bye week yet.
Yeah. So
wait, no, wait. Is it not? No, wait, because I might be wrong on that.
No, you're right, because the Bills are 6-3 and the Patriots are 6-4.
The Bills are 6-3.
The Patriots didn't get the bye.
The Patriots didn't get the bye yet.
Yeah.
So there is a tie for first place in that division right now. And who would have thought Mac Jones would?
Well, you did. You called him a whole
well, I didn't figure he'll be playoff bound this year. I thought maybe next year or the year after.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the AFC, and I said this last week too, and even more so now, you look at the AFC, with the exception of the Titans, where everybody has either 3 or 4 losses. You know what I mean? The Titans are the only one that's separating themselves from the pack a little bit, you know? All right. So my surprise of the week, I'm going to go. I mean, you said it earlier, and you got to go. This is the Washington football team pouncing on the Buccaneers, who have lost now 2 in a row. And Brady has, I think, 5 turnovers himself in those 2 losses. And they came off a bye. And that's the head scratcher. You lost the game in the previous week. You come now off a bye. You got an extra week to prepare. And you look like this against a Washington football team. No knock to them, because I know we kept saying that their defense is going to be good. Their defense was really good last year, you know, and I mean, they finally, are they also starting to warm up now, this Washington football team? Or the Buccaneers going in the wrong direction, but I did not see this coming. Apparently Juwaan did, because I said in our picks last week, you and I went with the Bucs. He went with Washington football team, and he was right. But 29-19, man. And us Giants fans, we have this to contend with next Monday night.
Yeah, but now is Tom Brady going to get that revenge that he wants? And
well, they're playing in Tampa, you know, warmer weather. I don't know what the weather was like in Washington. I'm assuming it was cold, but I mean, Brady's got to be used to that playing in New England. I don't think that's not an excuse. But that's my surprise of the week, definitely for that week. All right.
Well, we're going to be in. Yeah, we're going to be in Tampa next week. So
yeah, we're playing in Tampa. Yeah, so maybe it's good for both teams. You know, maybe Jones's arm will be a little loose. Really quick, I know you wanted to get something off your chest. Obviously, Juwaan
He's not coming on because he knows I would a terrible new one.
No, he actually said he doesn't mind it. This is what he said to me. I said, look, I asked him, I said, look, I completely understand if you don't want to come on. You know, I know
because you know me, because you know what I'm going to do.
Mike, you're like the white Stephen A. Smith. Let's be honest. No, you're actually a combination, and you may not like this analogy, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're like a combination of white Stephen A. and Skip Bayless sometimes, you know, where I just want to like, all right, shut the whatever. No, but get it off your chest. I know you want to.
I was waiting for him to come on to mention this. I mean, I made a little list Friday morning.
You know what? I just realized something. Is it because I have the bubbles on? Oh, it does. Okay. Did you notice that when I have the bubbles on,
it takes away,
our names.
Takes away your name.
Yeah, all right.
That's why I have Lamar sucks.
So we got this. Now, you and I have said since last year that we feel that Lamar is overrated. I never said, and I still agree with you. I'm not backing down from that. I never said though that I'm gonna deny the fact that he has talent. I'm not gonna say that. He obviously
I'm not denying
talent.
he has talent. I'm not denying that at all. But don't come on this show last week and go like that to me, rubbing the shit in my face because he beat fucking Joe Burrow.
Which was a big win though.
Okay.
That was a big win.
But then not come on the next week's show.
I honestly don't think he's doing that.
When he couldn't even beat the fucking Miami Dolphin defense.
Yeah.
Where's his running? Where's his fucking running speed that he has? And all this bullshit.
It was a bad game.
He couldn't fucking hit water if he fell out of a fucking
It was a very bad. It was a very bad game. It was a very bad game. Look, quarterbacks have bad games. We already know, and he actually even said this to me, and he's right in this regard. Dude, look what happened to Josh Allen. Against this, wasn't it against that team? No, who did Josh Allen get stymied by? Again, the Bills. They lost that pathetic game. Was it against the Dolphins?
No, Jacksonville last week.
Jacksonville. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It was Jacksonville. Look what Jacksonville did to Buffalo and Josh Allen. Josh Allen looked horrible. Are we going to say
that didn't run in for that last touchdown?
But I'm saying, are we going to turn around and say that Josh Allen,
a guy kicking 5 field goals?
But I'm saying, are you going to turn around and say Josh Allen's overrated? No. But anyway, but that's not the point.
No, because Josh Allen actually was in the AFC Championship game last year.
My point is, hold on, why I said, and this is stemming from years ago, and why I feel Lamar is overrated is, yes, the guy has talent, but when it comes to the big games, he does not perform. He started, I mean, again, in his rookie season, I know he's a rookie. In 2018, he had the one playoff appearance he lost. 2019, he had the one in his MVP year, one and done, right? One playoff game and loss. And then the following year,
he should never got the MVP that year. He should have went to Patrick.
He got what do you call it? The following year, he had the one playoff win. They went 1-for-1, you know. But again, he turns the ball over a lot in the playoffs. He has what does he have? I think 4 turnovers, 5 interceptions in 3 games. You know, that's not good. Or 5 interceptions in 4 games. I'm sorry, it's 3 years. So, you know, and he also doesn't. His run rate goes down as well.
Well, look. Here's what I did Friday. So I made a little list, and this was before the game Sunday.
Okay.
So I even put Derek Carr on this list. So Derek Carr,
yeah,
Carson Wentz, Trevor Lawrence,
yeah,
on a 2-7 team.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan on a 4-5 team.
Okay.
Carson Wentz on a 500 team, which was below 500 going into yesterday's game.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr, who I think is the second most overrated quarterback in football.
I know you do, yes.
And I even threw Drew Lock in from the Denver Broncos at 5-11 last year.
Really quick, though.
You know what they all have in common?
What?
They all beat the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
With subpar.
Remember, though, that's a team effort, though.
But.
And Derek Carr can't say.
If Lamar Jackson is supposed to be this fucking great fucking quarterback, he should have been able to handle the Miami defense with his running style, which wasn't there.
You can't say Derek Carr is overrated because nobody thinks he's rated.
Everybody thinks
You know
that
what I'm
fucking
saying?
Las
Like,
Vegas should be in the fucking playoffs every year.
I don't think Derek Carr's a bad quarterback. I actually think he's good, but I can't say he's overrated because he's not even rated. Like, nobody's talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I agree, but I do agree with you. I agree with you. Look, do I think Lamar is a top 10 quarterback in the league? Yes.
You know what? I just realized why you call me the white Stephen A. Smith. Because I have a hatred for the Baltimore Ravens, like Stephen A. has a hatred for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's why I called you that. Yeah, I know. But all right, you got it off your chest. Lamar sucks. He's overrated. Look, if the guy takes him, especially in this season, if the guy takes him to the Super Bowl, they're only 6-3. They're still a good team. If they win out, or if they win and they go to the Super Bowl and he single-handedly wins it to them, I'll give him props.
I'll give him props.
Yeah.
I'll stop the overrated, but prove to me that you can do it.
And great, and he's only been in the league since 2018. He's only played 3 full seasons. This is his 4th year. So again,
how many years has Patrick been in the league?
I know. And we know Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback.
What is he? 5 years?
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
But wait, how many years has Patrick been in the league? Is it the same amount of time as Lamar, or does he have 1 extra year?
I want to say 1 extra year.
Okay.
I don't know that for sure, though. I'm going to find out right now. Okay,
all right, let me know right now. If it's 5 years, then.
But go ahead, keep talking.
So if Patrick has 5 years,
sorry,
he's been to 4 AFC championship games, winning 2 of those 4, winning a Super Bowl, and losing 1 because his whole offensive line was dead.
Yeah. I mean, and also too, let's be honest, in the Super Bowl, none of them want to fucking catch the ball. That's for sure.
Okay.
He's got 1 extra year. He came in 17, but he only started 1 game, so you can't even count that. Lamar didn't start. I think Lamar started 5. I can't remember how many games Lamar started in 2018, but it wasn't a full season either. So they both pretty much came on the scene in 18, but Lamar didn't have his full season until 19, and Mahomes had the 1 game where he started in 17 and had 16 games started in 18. So he's got a full season on him.
Pretty much. You had 2 trips to the Super Bowl and making it to the AFC Championship games all 4 times.
Now he threw 12 interceptions, but listen to this. He threw 12 interceptions in his rookie year, right? Almost 5,100 yards, 50 touchdowns in 2018. In 2019, scale back a bit. He threw half of those, 26 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, and just over 4,000 yards. But he only played 14 games. He didn't play a full season. He hasn't actually played a full season, dude, since 2018, Mahomes.
Well, I think 2 of those seasons, I think Reed sat him out for the last game so that because it was a throwaway game. It didn't matter.
Yeah, and Lamar is known for his. Lamar is on pace to break 1,000 again. I think he's got 6 and change this year. In his MVP year, I think he had 1,200 or 1,300 yards rushing, and then whatever. So he is averaging over 1,000 yards rushing a year. But again, is that a stat that a quarterback should be held for? I personally don't agree with it because he's a quarterback, but it's a valuable asset to have on a team.
It's a valuable asset to have, but if your arm doesn't do the work that your legs are doing.
I will say this though. He doesn't have double digits in interceptions, Lamar.
All right, so
I will say this. I think his highest in any season was 8 interceptions.
And he had 2 playoff appearances. He's 1-1.
1-3.
1-3.
Yeah. No,
and
he's had
Patrick
4 playoff appearances. 2018, 0-1. 2019, his MVP year, 0-1. And then last year, 2020, he went 1-1. He finally has a playoff win under his belt from last year.
And Patrick has a lot more playoff wins.
Yeah. But we're not comparing. I'm also not comparing Mahomes and Lamar. There's no comparison. Mahomes is number 1, I think.
Well, no. All I'm saying is this: when he comes on and he talks about Lamar, it sounds like he's like making him sound like he's better than Patrick half the time.
I don't think so. By any regards, there's no way Juwaan thinks Lamar Jackson's better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is right now the player of the NFL, and he's the number 1 quarterback. even with Brady's 6, 7, whatever rings he has. I like Brady. I love Brady. I personally think he's the greatest of all time, but Mahomes could be one of those quarterbacks that will surpass him if he continues to be healthy and play throughout his years. So, all right, let's go to week 11 picks. Let's start it. Let's do it. Let me get up the schedule. Hopefully our picks will be a lot better than last week because, I mean, for the most part, you guys, like I said, you guys picked some winners that I didn't. Like Mike, you picked the Chiefs. I went with the Raiders. Me and Juwaan were the only ones that went with the Raiders. You and I, we all picked the Rams. The Rams played tonight.
I had faith in Patrick. That's why.
You did go with the Jaguars, though. Shame on you.
Wait, who did the Jaguars play? I forgot.
The Colts.
Yeah, well, I figured. I didn't know what Carson Wentz was going to do.
And you went with the Jets. Shame on you doubly. Mike
fucking White.
Yeah. Let's see what happens next week for Mike fucking White and the Dolphins. Hope the Dolphins. I mean, I can't stand the Dolphins. I really don't care about that game anyway. All right, let's start it off. Thursday game. The resurgent Patriots at the Falcons. I'm taking Patriots.
Patriots, and I'll take the points.
Okay.
With the 6.
I mean,
of right now, it's 6.
The Falcons just look completely lost in that loss against Cowboys. Cowboys destroyed them.
That game, I took the Falcons with plus 7.5, thinking I was being a smart ass. And the next thing I know, I looked, it was like second
I wouldn't
quarter,
have touched that game.
35-3, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I would not have touched that game only because of how much of a. I think I'm starting to think that this offense is even more higher octane than the fucking Rams. The way this offense scores. And the defense,
I'm starting to think so, too.
Diggs on the defensive side, he's got 8 interceptions in 9 games. He's like a ball hawk. All right. Saints at Eagles. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, like I said, they woke up. They played very good ball yesterday. Saints narrowly came very close to a win. And like I said, I think I didn't really see the replay on it, but I heard that a roughing the passer call that shouldn't have been called negated an interception that probably would have sealed the game for the Saints. So they almost won that game yesterday. I'm going Philadelphia at home. I don't like them, but I'm gonna go Eagles at home.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. The Saints are a different team outside of a dome.
Yeah. All right, Dolphins at Jets. Now, again, I know Mike White. Look, Mike White had an off game, and I don't know who's going to start. I'm assuming it's going to be him. I don't think they're going to give it to Flacco.
Well, wait. Didn't you want a quarterback controversy with Flacco now?
Yeah. Quarterback controversy. Guys, I don't know. We on that Flacco train. He went 3 for 3 with a touchdown, 47 total yards. Suit him up. Joey fucking Flacco. I don't know, dude. Jets are at home. Dolphins. It's like a coin toss with the fucking Dolphins. Like, who are you gonna be? Which team are you gonna be?
Is Tui even starting? Because I was surprised as hell because Brissett looked like he was ready to come back in the game Thursday.
Didn't Brissett get hurt in?
He tweaked the knee a little bit, but then he was running on it. He was throwing on it.
Yeah, but then Tua
he was ready to come back in, and then Flores puts in Tua, and Brissett was looking at Flores like, I'm fucking okay to go.
Yeah, but Tua looked good. Tua led them to a win that game, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were winning 15-10 anyway when Tua scored the touchdown.
So what do you think? You think who do you feel more confident in, the 3-7 Dolphins or the 2-7 Jets? I'm going to go Dolphins because of their defense.
I think Mike White playing up against the Dolphins, I don't know, because the Dolphins defense looks so damn good.
And the Jets defense looks the opposite. Let's be honest. I don't know if it matters who's on the offensive side of the ball. I think it's about the defense in this game. I think, look, you know
what? Give me the Dolphins.
Okay.
In the end, the Dolphins are going to make me. It doesn't matter. The Dolphins are going to make me cry anyway.
I'm going to get a text from you soon, later on in the week. Put me down for the Jets. White starting. All right, the 3-6 Washington team against the 5-5.
Unless you're going to tell me that Flacco start, you're going to tell me I'm changing it.
Redskins versus Panthers, and here we go. Cam is back. Screaming out, "I'm back." You scored you're back. You were on the 5-yard line. You scored a rushing touchdown from the
Honestly,
5
he
yard.
didn't even play that much in that game.
No,
PJ
they
Walker
only used
did most
him.
of the work.
Yeah, Walker was the one that was the quarterback, but they used Newton in the what do you call it? The red zone.
Yeah.
So he had the one rushing touchdown, he had the one passing touchdown. Good for him. I'm glad. I am. I'm going to go Panthers here.
He's slowly creeping back into the starting mode.
Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers. I think with Cam Newton, the Panthers have more options. McCaffrey's healthy again. This Panthers defense should. I know they.
Oh, McCaffrey looked amazing yesterday. He was running, receiving, everything yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm not ready to put any money down on the Washington football team right now. I mean, yeah, granted they just beat the Buccaneers, but I don't know. They're 3-7. I don't know what either team could do. But I'm gonna go Panthers at home because of Cam Newton and what he can bring, even if he's not starting. But on the, like I said, those wildcat or red zone offenses, I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
I'm gonna go Carolina too. Even and spotting the 3 is good. I'll take that.
All right, Colts at Bills. I think especially Bills at home. I think the Bills try to make a statement against the Jets, saying, "Look, don't count us out." Remember that one loss was because they went for it on 4th down instead of going for the tie, so they could easily be 7-2 right now. You still lost to the Jaguars, though. I mean, there's no fucking denying that. But again, I think that was just one of those games where you just either were underprepared or you went in thinking it was going to be an easy win, and maybe they just didn't take the Jaguars as serious and they just got caught off guard. I'm going to go Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills plus Bills with the 7.
Okay. Oh wow, this is going to be tough, dude. The 0-8-1 Lions, man. They're traveling to Cleveland, and they might be trying to make a statement. I think they're riding high on their tie. Who you got? Because this Browns team, I don't know. You got one week they're destroying. What was it? The Browns? Who did they destroy that 1 week? The week after they let go Odell. Remember we were like, Odell who? Was it the Bengals? I think it was.
Last week?
I think it was the Bengals they destroyed, right?
Let me check week 9 scores. Hold on.
I'm going Browns. I don't think this Lions team is going to get a win.
Yeah, 41-16 over the Bengals.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So are we getting the 41-16 over the Bengals, or are we going to get this other mess against the Patriots? I'm going Browns. It's hard to go with the Lions. Earlier in the season we said, even against the Rams, they look like. Oh no, I think or it was against the Bucs. It was one of those games they played a tough team, but they started to crawl back towards the end of the game, and you're like, oh, even though the Lions are still winless, they look like they were competitive. I don't think so anymore.
I would go with Cleveland, but this 10-point spread is ridiculous, though. I don't think
Yeah, but we're not doing a betting line here. We're just picking a win.
Well, no, I like giving these out just in case somebody's on DraftKings or FanDuel, they can listen to, if they want to play something.
All right. Well, isn't that nice of you?
Jesus, -10 though. Fuck. I would say Cleveland for the win, but you know what? Take the 10 points.
All right. 49ers at Jaguars. I'm going to go Niners. I just think the Jaguars, again, I know they beat the Bills team. I think that was a fluke. I mean, they obviously have 2 wins, but I know they're playing in Jacksonville. But are the 49ers that bad to lose? I mean, I know they're 3-5, but are they that bad?
Lamar and Harbaugh use the excuse of the fucking humidity over there. Maybe Garoppolo can use excuses as well.
Dude, is Garoppolo even start? Like, is Garoppolo hurt? Because I feel like he's always hurt. I got to ask this every week.
Well, he played yesterday, right?
I don't know. I don't think they played yesterday. Didn't they have the bye?
No, they're playing tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're playing the Rams. Well, they're not going to win that game.
I don't know who's starting that game. You know what? Shame on me. Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me twice. Give me Jacksonville with the +6.
All right. You're going to pick them two weeks in a row. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going to be on the field for the Niners. I don't know if it's going to be him or Lance.
You're not wrong. There's no wrong or right. The Jaguars.
I mean, this could be a game. This could be a game that the Jaguars could win.
Yeah. All right. The 1-8 Texans versus the 8-2 Titans. Now, again, I'm going Titans. I'm obviously going to pick the Titans. But the other thing is too, it's like these are the fucking games where like we're going to both sit here with confidence, like we're fucking like scholars. Oh, the Titans are going to win definitively, and then the Texans are probably going to play their best ball tomorrow. Next week. But I'm going Titans. They're at home. They're 8-2. They're still playing good even without Derrick Henry. I'm going Titans.
I'll go Titans.
And their defense too.
10.5 is a big spread though.
That's what she said.
But I'll go Tennessee, and then I don't know. I'll probably lay this, or I'll probably lay off this game to play.
All right,
bet it.
Oh, also too, and I'll definitely be watching some of this Monday night game tonight. OBJ will be starting for the Rams, so we'll get a look at how they use OBJ in LA. So okay, let's go. Pack.
Over under. Odell has a tantrum before the third quarter.
Over. Pack at Vikings.
Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers too.
I mean, granted, Minnesota played really good up against the Chargers this week.
They did. Look, it should be a good game. It's a division rival, you know. And as we said earlier in a breakdown, that the Vikings are a lot better than that 4-5 record. That Packers
Green Bay shut out Seattle at home.
I know. I mean, but Russell Wilson just looked horrible. Russell Wilson looked lost. He was his targets. He was off target on his throws. He just looked whatever. And even Aaron Rodgers coming off the COVID week looked off too. He didn't have a good game either. He had the one interception. He threw under 300 yards. I think another week will serve Rodgers better. And that Packers defense looks incredible. So I'm going Packers.
Yeah.
Ravens at Bears. I think the Ravens handle the Bears even at home in Chicago easily. What do you got?
Just because of pure hatred. Give me Chicago.
Did you just wake up?
No, I just got a chance to hop on. I just want to make sure I hopped on so Mike didn't think I was ducking him.
Oh,
I told you.
Take off the bubble. Take off the bubble real quick.
He knows. Lamar sucks. I told you he wasn't ducking you. Really quick though, Lamar. I mean Lamar. You're Lamar. Really quick though, Juwaan. Well, because we talk about Lamar almost the whole fucking stream. How do you feel? How about those Patriots, man?
Oh, these guirds?
These guys.
You not only picked them to win, but you picked them.
Those guys, yeah. My third favorite team.
You said by 2 touchdowns.
I was still off by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, you were way off, but even still, you picked them not only to win, but 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they won that easily.
I always chalk it up to everyone always says Bill's great against rookie quarterbacks. Bill's also good against head coaches that face him for the first time.
Okay.
And the last time that the Browns faced the Patriots, they blew them out. That was the game where, remember, everyone kept saying maybe Baker was seeing ghost.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb had fumbled twice. Baker had like 3 interceptions. It was bad. So I'm proud of Mac Jones. I tell you what, each week Mac Jones makes me want to change my Chargers pick, but I'm holding on. I'm holding on to the Chargers.
Yeah,
Mac
Chargers seem to be
look like a genius.
Yeah, Chargers seem to be trending in the other direction though, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Chargers.
They do.
But Juwaan, just to let you know, earlier I gave Joey a little list. Carson Wentz, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Ryan, and Drew Lock. Mm-hmm. What do they all have in common? They can beat the Miami Dolphins. Just to let you know.
How do you feel about your Patriots against the? We already did these picks, but how do you feel against Patriots against the Falcons on Thursday night? You think easy win?
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Matt Ryan has to want to get revenge against New England. And nothing would be better than making it even harder for New England to make the playoffs because we got the Bills coming up twice.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Those are gonna be some good games.
Those are going to be really good games.
I look at it like this. If Dallas can hold the Falcons to that low score and Mac Jones almost dropped 30 points on the Cowboys, you kind of feel like, well, the numbers work in Mac Jones's favor, right?
Right.
That's not how football works. So I'm going to take New England, but I'd say maybe it might be closer than people think. It might be like maybe a touchdown or a field goal kind of game.
All right. We were doing our Ravens at actually, you know what? Really quick. I'm going to squeeze you in here, Juwaan. I'm going to squeeze you in.
Go to the list real quick.
So you're going Pats, right?
Yeah.
Who you got? Eagles or Saints?
Jeez, I was horribly wrong on the Eagles this week.
I know. We all were.
That's what I said.
Eagles, I guess, is maybe they're good. I don't know. I don't know what team they choose to be week to week.
We said that too.
My theory is that the Saints outside of the dome, they don't play good on the road most of the times.
Dolphins at Jets.
Shit.
Well, hold on. Do you need an asterisk for Mike White?
I don't want my asterisk anymore for Mike White.
And Mike White is disappointing. I'm going to go the Dolphins because apparently they're able to play good football.
Yeah, we went Dolphins. Dolphins defense seems to be good, even if the offense doesn't. But do the Jets have another quarterback controversy, bro? I was telling Mike, dude,
not anymore.
No, I'll tell you why.
Flacco, 3 for 3 with 47 yards to the touchdown.
Dude, Flacco went 3 for 3.
Here's why they don't have a quarterback controversy. You ready? If Mike White showed out against the Bills, it was his team, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he looked that horrible, Jets management is like, well, Zach Wilson can't be any worse than that.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
You know what I'm saying? Like he could be bad, but he can't be any worse than that.
All right, Juwaan, really quick. I'm back. Cam Newton is back. Do the Washington football team, do they handle Carolina at home? Or do you think that defense is good enough not only to beat the Bucs?
Shout out because I did pick Washington to beat the Bucs. I tried to tell you guys.
Yes, you did.
Washington has Brady's number. Ron Rivera has Brady's number.
I mean, they came very close to winning that playoff game. You're right.
That's what I was telling you guys.
I know.
I can't go Washington because they just lost Chase Young for the year.
Oh. Well, I mean, I went Panthers anyway, but that's big.
Yeah. Joey, now definitely week 18. I want to see the Giants win that one now.
Yeah.
We could put that as a win now, and that's 6-2.
Well, not necessarily, but dude, I mean, I think you wanted them to win either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially if we need that win to get into the playoffs.
So you got Panthers, Juwaan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Panthers.
Juwaan, I told Joey earlier if the Giants run the table and go 6-2, we can get into the playoffs.
Colts at Bills.
Possible. Bills. They're on a rampage right now.
The 8-1 Lions, are they going to ride high on this tie, or the Browns going to win?
Oh, goodness gracious. If Baker Mayfield loses this game,
I know.
He's going to get his head coach fired.
Yeah. I'm thinking you're going Browns. I think all three of us went Browns. 49ers at Jags. This is a tough one. I mean, the Jags, are we going to get the Jags defense that beat the Bills, or?
Probably not.
Mike went Jags. I went Niners. Just because I just don't have confidence in Trevor Lawrence and company.
See, my only issue is I would really like to see how the 49ers look tonight.
Against the Rams? Yeah.
Against the Rams.
They're going to look like shit up against the Rams.
See, I don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. Nothing is.
Remember, Odell was playing tonight,
last week. They shouldn't have lost. Especially how they lost it. And I'm not comparing Titans to the Jags. But I am saying they showed that they had a lot of weaknesses in that defense. But if Von Miller's no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about tonight. Sorry. 49ers. I'm gonna go 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers.
Sounds good. The Titan. This should be. Oh no, that's not the game of the week. Texans at Titans.
Divisional game. I'm gonna go Texans.
Okay. Ooh. Taking right, they're the underdog, right, Mike? What's the spread you said? What was it, 10?
A tremendous underdog.
Wait, who?
The Texans, Titans. Well, how much was the spread again?
10.5.
It was 10.5. That's what I thought you said. Packers at Vikings.
Packers looked horrible yesterday. I mean, god awful. but I hate the Vikings.
But they still won 17-0.
Yeah, but that's also because Russell Wilson looked rusty.
Yeah, that just tells you how much worse the Seahawks look.
Yeah.
So that's not a positive for the Packers. That's just you escaped. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Oh.
Damn.
All right, so we're caught up now. We got the Ravens at Bears. Me and Mike. You picked the Ravens, right?
No, I picked Chicago.
Oh, you did. You went with the Bears.
That's what I was gonna go with, but since he picked Chicago, I'm going Ravens.
Okay.
Give me Ravens.
By the way, Juwaan, I think now compared to a white Stephen A. Smith.
I called him a white Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. I said he's a combination of both.
How about a combination of both?
Because Skip is annoying. Okay.
Fuck you.
Bengals at Raiders. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. Who's going to show up? The Raiders look horrible. I mean, granted, they just played the Chiefs, and they lost to the Giants. So I just don't know what's what. They looked promising the first game after Gruden, you know?
They're lacking identity. That's their biggest problem. They have no identity.
Yeah.
They're playing who again?
The Bengals. They're at home though. They're in Vegas, but still.
Give me Bengals plus 14.
Bengals plus 14?
Mm-hmm.
Tony, right now they're 1 point favorite.
I'm going Bengals. I don't know about 2 touchdowns, but I'm going to go Bengals because like I said, the Raiders are just playing in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Mike, what do you got?
All right. Since you already called me, I'm gonna go this way with you. Joe. I know Joe Burrow. He is a dear, close personal friend of mine. Many candlelight dinners on a Friday night with the little Vito. But it is insane that the Cincinnati Bengals are only 1 point favorite. I agree with Juwaan. Give me the Bengals plus 14.
Oh, all right. I had you down as Bengals, and it looked like you were going the other way. I was like, no way you're going with Raiders. Cardinals at Seahawks. Is Kyler going to be back?
I don't know.
I don't.
Oh no, you know what it is? No. That's right. I remember when I was watching Good Morning Football today. They basically said, "Are the Cardinals better served because they have the bye immediately following this week, sitting Murray and giving him an extra week to come back?" They are playing the 3-6 Seahawks, but the other thing is too, the Rams are still breathing down their neck.
Right.
So you don't want to.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, could Colt McCoy play better this week than he did yesterday?
You have to.
And because Russell looked that fucking bad yesterday.
Well, I don't expect Russell to play as bad as he did yesterday's game next week. They are playing also in Seattle. But
also take in mind, though, the Cardinals have a very good record while playing in Seattle.
Yeah, but
Colt
McCoy.
They've beaten
Colt McCoy. Is D-Hop still out?
D-Hop is, I believe D-Hop is still out, and Chase Edmonds, I believe, is still out as well.
Right, but they still have Connor, right?
Can that Cardinals defense hold up Russell Wilson and do what the Giants did last year up against Russell and just have the defense play tough and get a couple of touchdowns here, somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, he could. I mean, the Packers held them to the Packers shut them out, and the Packers defense is just as good as the Cardinals, maybe even better.
I mean, look, if they're giving Kyler an extra week because they got to bye next week, totally understandable, smart move by Kingsbury. I'll take the Cardinals anyway with the 2.5.
All right, it's tough. I don't know, but I mean, like, I'm gonna go Cardinals. I just don't see. I can't see them losing this game. I think
the defense is still playing way too tough.
I mean, I can see them losing this game if Russell Wilson has a better game than he did in yesterday's game. But
he has the shitty offensive line, and Chandler Jones can break down line at any time and then make him lose 10, 15 yards per sack.
Yeah, this Seahawks defense is very, very suspect. I'm going to go Cardinals. What do you got?
Seahawks offensive line is suspect.
Cardinals.
That's what I meant. Steelers at Chargers. Steelers couldn't buy a win yesterday's game. Kept giving the ball back to
Did you
Detroit
get the
every time.
Dallas and the
Oh,
Dallas
wait.
Kansas
No,
City
no, no,
game?
no, no.
Oh, all right. Dallas. I did forget. I'm sorry. Dallas at Chiefs. That is, I think, going to be game of the week.
Definitely game of the week.
And I
But
like I was telling Mike.
unfortunately, Fox over here is going to show the fucking Cardinal game. So,
All right. Well, I hope it's televised here. I would rather watch the Cowboys at Chiefs.
oh, it is.
than
It's going to be Aikman and Buck, so you're going to get that game.
Good. All right. I think this should be game of the week. I think this is going to be more telling of what the Chiefs are and what the Cowboys are. At this moment, I feel like the Cowboys offense is higher octane, and Diggs, 8 interceptions in 9 games. This defense for the Cowboys is also a lot better than it was last year. I don't know what the Chiefs and company are doing. Like I said, Mahomes, great bounce back game. Chiefs looked good yesterday in their big win, but he also looked like he was forcing the ball a couple of times. I told you, he had that one throw that ended up being a touchdown, but should have been intercepted by the Raiders. So, and I know they're playing in Arrowhead. I know they're home. I'm going to go Cowboys.
Cowboys against the Chiefs?
Yeah. Easily game of the week. I don't like any of these games next week, to be honest with you.
Oh, man. Shit.
It's tough. I know. But like I was saying, yeah.
Give me Dallas. Give me Dallas only because I don't know if that Chiefs win last night was more so because the Raiders are trending backwards or because the Chiefs are quote unquote back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not so. I'm not sold on them being back just yet. If they win today, I mean, if they win next week, maybe, especially against this high-powered offense.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sold on the Chiefs just yet.
But I did tell you guys that that's the one team that if you're the NFL or the AFC specifically, you're doing your damnedest to make sure they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they make it, he's liable to drop 41 against anybody.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I agree. Mike, who you got?
You two are so disrespectful to Patrick, my homeboy Mahomes. Did you see what he did last night against Derek Carr? 308 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 of them to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right.
Disrespectful.
You're right.
Give me Kansas City.
All right. I already did it. Steelers at Chargers. I mean, you're playing in LA. The Steelers came off a really bad win.
Steelers looked like last night, yesterday, though.
Steelers came off bad. I don't know if Ben, I don't think it matters, but I don't know if Ben's going to be the quarterback by then.
He'll be the quarterback. He told them in enough time. So I think it's usually just like 10 days.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to practice to be able to play Sunday.
Is it enough,
he just has to be cleared.
Is it enough for is it enough against Chargers, I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, Ben got injured yesterday?
No, he's out. Yeah, COVID.
Oh.
Yeah,
who started yesterday then?
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. Wait, you thought you thought Ben played and tied the Lions? You thought
dude, you didn't know that Ben wasn't the quarterback yesterday?
I didn't know Ben was the quarterback.
Yeah, no. My brother texted me a few days, I think it was the day before he got diagnosed. It was either the day before or 2 days before. Mike's like, Ben's out.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I didn't know that at all.
No, that was Mason Rudolph, though, dude.
Dude, they should have went with Dwayne Haskins. It would have been better.
Yeah, probably.
No.
I don't know, dude. The Chargers can't be this bad. Are they?
No, they're not this bad.
I don't think they're this bad, but I also don't think they're good enough for me to write off Ben Roethlisberger as not being able to get the win.
Yeah, well, no, not only Ben. Don't forget, like I said, Harris on the ground and the Steelers defense.
You know what? Put this as an asterisk for me. Because like you said, if Ben does not get cleared, then for Justin Herbert to lose that game, I'm telling you right now, if there's no Ben and Justin Herbert loses that game, the Chargers are no longer my pick.
All right, I'm going to go Steelers just because I'm worried about where the Chargers are going and if Ben does start. But like I said, I do like that Steelers defense. It's so hard to pick them after that loss yesterday against Detroit. Like I said, nobody wanted to play.
It wasn't even a loss. It was a tie.
Yeah, well, it was a loss.
It's like
If
kissing
you can't get a W, if you can't get a W against this team that was literally giving you the game. Mike, who you got?
With or without Ben, I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. All right. Final game Monday night. Us Giants fans will be watching this game with hope, especially since the Bucs are 0-2 in the last 2 games and Brady has 5 turnovers himself. The 3-6 Giants travel to Tampa Bay to play on the Bucs.
Yikes!
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go Bucs.
You're gonna take Tampa, you son of a bitch.
No, I'm going Giants. I'm gonna pick my team. I'm going Giants. I hope this that last win against the Raiders and the good play. I know it was a loss, but the good play against the Chiefs. I hope it's enough of a catalyst to say, hey, defense is starting to go on the right track. And you have a week, you have the bye week to prepare. Hopefully guys are healthy. You said Saquon looks like he's going to be clear to go.
That's what I heard.
If not, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going Giants.
I can tell you this right now. Brady has the deepest hate for the Giants organization. It's a very deep hate.
Why? Because we beat them twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's exactly why. So I plan to see him hang at least.
He's going to light them up.
He's going to try to hang at least 60 points on you for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree. I know he's going to try, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to. Like I said, he's not looked the sharpest.
Look, the defense is waking up a little bit. Garrett's finally doing some decent play calling. The road to 6-2 to get in the playoffs starts here, and it will start here. The Giants will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That is a bold statement, my friend. So, Juwaan, you're going Bucs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Bucs are going to win too, but I don't want to go against the Giants, not because they've actually the last couple times I picked them, they played really well. So that's it. Yeah. All right. Like I said, really not many good games next week. Next week can go either way in all aspects. With the exception of the Cowboys and Chiefs. There's really not many other games, and obviously the Giants at Bucs on Monday night. Even that Sunday
Tampa
night
Bay is currently 11-point favorite.
My Patriots and Falcons.
The game itself doesn't look appealing. It's the Falcons. The Patriots should easily take them. But it's a Thursday night game, so I'll watch it. You got the Thursday night game, and even the Sunday night game, Steelers and Chargers. It's like, all right, well.
Well, Green Bay and Minnesota is going to be a good game, I think.
Well, because it's a division rival. Yeah, I can see that.
Bengals and the Raiders should be a decent game. Cardinals and Seahawks is a divisional game. That's going to be a decent game. Cowboys and the Chiefs is definitely going to be game of the week.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and the Chargers.
Yeah, we can go either way.
And of course, the Giants and Tampa Bay be Monday night. But
all right,
I'll tell you, I'll be very happy to see the Giants beat them.
Obviously, it's not only because it's the Bucs and Brady, but it's just it would be a big win.
Road to 6-2 right now. That's what we need.
It would be a big win. I really wish you would stop saying road to 6-2. Don't jinx them.
Sounds like you're heading that way, Mike. Like
yeah, whatever.
You're gonna jinx them. Don't jinx them. Just take it a week at a time.
Yeah, take it a week at a time. If they win, but like I said, if they are able to beat the Bucs at home, it does start to become a little bit more believable what you're saying because of their upcoming schedule does get a tad easier. But again, no game is definite this year. We've seen that. We've seen that week for week. Each time we think we're coming off with a confident pick, and whatever happens. But guys, I do want to thank you both for coming on. Juwaan, I know you ran a little late, but that's fine. You still came on. You still gave your picks, which was great. I'm glad I was able to get your picks in. Mike, as always, thank you for joining me as well. Guys, both of your links are in the description. Always remember to do that for Monday Morning Quarterback. So each of their YouTube channels, their respective YouTube channels, will be in the link to the description. So guys, please go ahead and follow them, subscribe. Don't forget to smash the like button to this stream. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I do have my Instagram. This is one of my main social media outlets for you guys to follow me and interact. It is at Just Your Average Joe with the O's being a 0. So please go ahead and follow me there. I do answer messages. Guys, I will see you next week. And like I said, go Giants. Hopefully they can come out with a big victory against the Bucks on Monday night. And tonight's game should be good as well. I know it is the Rams against 49ers, but I am curious to see how McVay and the Rams utilize their new acquisition in Odell, especially when, and this came at the best time, dude, Woods, their second primary receiver behind Cooper Kupp,
I cried
out for the year.
I cried a little bit for that. The fact that he finished practice,
yeah,
he walked back to the locker room, and then they were just like, bro, I don't know how you did that. You just tore your shit.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It really does, because I would like to see what Matthew Stafford, with all his weapons, his full defense healthy, could do, because I don't view Matt Stafford the way that most people do. I told you that. So I wanted to see him with no excuses, fully loaded. Can he go win it all?
Yeah.
So
he still has Kupp, but at the same time, losing Woods is a very big deal, especially for that
huge.
offense.
We don't know what Odell will be. So losing
we don't.
Woods is huge.
But it does free him up.
I say Odell's gonna slap something by halfway through the third quarter.
Mike says that he's gonna have an altercation with the goalpost.
The goalpost, the Gatorade thing on the side.
I don't see that happening.
He's gonna do something stupid.
I don't see that happening. Yeah, he didn't do that. Like I said, like Juwaan said, he didn't do that in Cleveland. That wasn't the issue.
No, and remember, he's on a 1-year deal. You fuck up here, no one's signing you next year.
That's true. If he wants to remain in the NFL, or he wants to remain like a high paid receiver, he's not gonna fuck up here.
As long as he keeps taking his Prozac, he should be fine.
Is he on Prozac?
Who knows?
Yeah, dude. Are you a doctor? All right, guys. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go visit these two guys. Really quick, Mike. I know you're on a little hiatus.
Yeah, until James is back up and running again.
I got it.
Juwaan, what do you got coming up? I know you say maybe he might come home this week, but even if he comes home this week,
no, I don't think he's going to be YouTube ready.
I don't think he's going to be YouTube ready by Saturday.
Yeah,
especially with the pictures he's posting on Facebook.
I think he looks fine, but yeah. Juwaan, what do you got coming up in your channel?
Well, hopefully tomorrow. Sony just announced it. We will be getting our Spider-Man trailer tomorrow. Everybody.
Yep.
So I do plan on doing a review on your channel and then on my channel. So.
Very good. Or vice versa. It could start on yours and then go to mine. Either one. But I also agree that should be happening on both the channels tomorrow. All right. Well, guys, stay tuned. Like I said, content coming up. And of course, Monday Morning Quarterback will resume next Monday as well. So you guys enjoy your week, enjoy your upcoming weekend, and I will see you guys soon.